Where do ideas come from? Saint Augustine often becomes a whipping boy in discussions of Christian orthodoxy because he had such a huge effect on the Christian tradition. It's important to realize that Augustine converted to Christianity only after a long search for meaning. His mother was Christian, but Augustine resisted conversion early on. First, he became a Manichaean, a religious position that was very popular in the Roman Empire of that time. Manichaeism was highly rational, and it believed that all of existence was a struggle between light and dark, good and bad. Augustine then became a skeptic with a capital S. It was a popular intellectual philosophical tradition in the late Roman Empire period that taught that absolute certainty or absolute truth is impossible to ever get to. I mention his religious journey because it indicates Augustine's interest in the cutting edge of thought in his day. Eventually, Augustine ran into Neoplatonism, which was a system of thought based on the Greek philosopher Plato, but updated into a more Christian form. Basic to Neoplatonism is the idea that the human being contains at birth all of the answers to life's big questions. It's revealing to note, for example, that the English word education comes from to draw from, and that in the Platonic idea of things, we draw ideas out of students, not putting ideas into students. The degree to which we think this nowadays is maybe questionable, but that is the cornerstone of Neoplatonic thought. Augustine then believed that our ideas of the big matters of life already are within us, waiting to be drawn out. Or, to put it plainly, ideas such as truth and justice come from the beyond, a thing that Augustine would call God. So, for example, the skeptics know that there is no absolute truth. They know that in their hearts. For them, it's an absolute truth that they'd have no absolute truth. How do they know that? Because they study their own souls. But, Augustine says, the skeptics are wrong about this because they have not realized that the big one, God, is the source of all truth. Likewise, the Manichaeans are wrong because they do not realize that there is no black and white, no duality. Ultimately, everything flows from the one, the source of all, which is God. For Augustine, then, everything suddenly made sense in the world. Augustine's great idea is extremely useful in explaining reality. Since everything is one, we can look at the natural world and discover all the things that God intends to have as real. The idea of this is called natural law, and it's still a cornerstone of much Christian thinking.